Kling has updated their image generation multi-reference model, their newest update, which allows you to use Image 2.1, which is their most advanced image creation model. My name is Rosh. I'm the co-host of the Creative AI Show, where we are two creative guys talking AI, and Kling has updated their multi-AI image model. And we're going to see if it really holds up to the other options that are out there. But first, let's test it out and see what's here. AI image generator and text. There you have text to image, which is the Image 2.1 model. And you have image reference, which is now the 2.1 model, only the 2.1 model. And if you want to use restyle, then you go back to 2.0. And restyle is just basically using filters or styles. You start off with two elements, and you can click from your history or your archive that's already within Kling AI. But you also have the option for a scene and then add a style, kind of like restyle, except you can upload an image such as a specific style of maybe work or a certain medium such as chalk, or maybe you want a cartoon style like they have as an example here. Down here are some examples, and right here is where you prompt. You have the option for multiple different aspect ratios. We'll stick with 16:9, and then up to 9 outputs, which is rather nice, especially if you're trying to create multiple scenes and really want to get exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to pull up some images that I downloaded a little while ago. I've used in a few videos now, so we have some sort of reference in terms of what it is that we're looking for in terms of a good quality output. So we'll start with this person here walking down a modern street. She has yellow dress. Actually, this image here is very similar to, well, it probably was from that last video. And here we are. And what we want to do is hone in on the subject. So if you have multiple subjects, which we'll show later, I have an example. And I also have some examples of other platforms doing this, because honestly, this Kling platform is a little confusing compared to the other platforms and what you can do now, say with basic chat. But again, we'll get into that in a moment. We'll start off by going in here, saying, okay, this is the subject, and confirm. So if there are multiple people in there, we would, again, just select the one that we wanted. And you can add up to 4 elements. Again, you can take it from your history or upload. And here's our second subject, confirm. So we can add a background here, which we'll do. We'll actually change the background. We'll use the background that this person has, but we know the subject is right here. So the AI should be able to make that distinction and replace this person from the background, use this kind of background with the butterfly. And we'll use this simple prompt. Model is walking down the street with the butterfly next to her. We'll start off with 9:16, and then we'll go to 16:9, stick with 2 outputs, and generate. And here are the 3 reference images, and here's our output, and here are the 3 reference images. And yeah, okay, so we have the different kind of background. We have the same model, and boy, that butterfly is kind of big. Oh, wow. All right, let's try it again with 16:9 and see what happens. So here are our 3 subjects once again, and again, walking down the street, same prompt, and this is what we have, this one and that one. Yeah, it's exactly what we asked for, so I can't complain too much. Let's make it a smaller butterfly. So a model walking down the street with a small butterfly next to her. So sometimes we have to adjust the prompts, to get exactly what we want. Here we go. And here are our 3 elements, and okay, smaller butterfly. Yeah, I like that. Although it doesn't seem like that is exactly, is that the same? No. I would say that's a little bit different. And I'm some of the quality elements, we're kind of back to illustrative here. Let's see again. Okay. Small butterfly. All right, let's move on to something else. If you want to get rid of what is there, you can just click on the trash button like that, or you can upload something new or go to your history or select the subject. For example, if you would outline the wrong subject. So let's upload. I'm going to do this guy here. Probably don't need to crop in so much just because there's only one subject. And so we'll remove this. We'll have a different background. And let's use this hammer. That's the subject. Then you have the option for another one, up to 4. And we'll use this hat. And we'll pick a background. We'll select a Mars background. Construction worker wearing red hat with hammer on Mars. Well, it says construction working. Oh, well. Let's see what happens. And, okay, well, that's not the same hammer, nor is it the same hat. Is the background even the same? I don't think so. I think it really did change. It really went with the prompt and kind of ignored. Again, yeah. Let's see what the other one looks like. Oh my. That does not work at all. Okay, I'm not so happy. I mean, the other ones with the model in yellow, I was saying okay. I mean, it seemed like the model was changing and elements were changing, but I was giving it a pass. But now it's just not working. Let's try one more thing here. Let's do it again, but let's add a style. So I have construction work. I'm working again. I copy and pasted. We'll leave it. Working, wearing red hat with hammer on Mars, Rembrandt style. And this right here is a Rembrandt style. It's that little upside down triangle. One light, the nose creates this upside down triangle on the face. And it's a very distinct style of lighting, really. And so we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Okay, well, we're not seeing the face. Again, we have a different hammer. We have the right hat. Let's see what the other one looks like. Okay, we have that one light style, and I'm sure there's some Rembrandt elements here. I'm not sure. I'm going for it, but maybe there's something I don't know in terms of a Rembrandt painting that this is working on. I mean, you can see the painterly kind of clouds up here. So there is a painting element, but the hammer, that's wrong, and obviously there are issues here. So I'm not happy. Let's try something with that Rembrandt guy. Okay, we'll erase. Okay, add this guy again. Now he's the subject, so they're analyzing it. Okay, confirm. Let's put some glasses on him. Okay, and now we'll use a different scene this time. All right, so double checking everything. So we have our guy here. He's going to wear sunglasses in this modern scene. That's exactly what I'm going to say. Okay, man wears sunglasses in modern scene. Let's see how this works out. Okay, here we are, and okay, there's the guy with the sunglasses and the modern. But we have a big pair of sunglasses right here. I'm not sure. Is this the same? No, the background is changed a little bit, but it's still the same style, so I'm okay with that. But if I wanted the exact same background, then I'd be kind of upset. And these big sunglasses can be taken out through in-painting and so forth, but not happy. Let's see what the other one looks like. And again, the background is totally changed. Yeah, but this is a different person. I mean, maybe it's a different, well, we don't know because the hat's gone. It's okay. It's okay. Again, enough elements change that if I wanted those three specific elements together, I'm not getting it. And I think I can say that probably with all of the examples so far. Let's compare. Let's see what Rev would do and Gemini. Okay, so we'll start here at Rev and we will upload. We will upload the same images. You can do this in any order. Okay, and we'll use the exact same prompt. Man wears sunglasses in modern scene. I'm not changing any mistakes. We'll just go for it. And this is what we got. Here's the first one. And this is very common for Rev, that it will give you some options. But let's see here. Okay. I mean, our modern scene is gone, so I'm not real happy about that. But there we go. There's the last one. I mean, Rev is known for the first one to be off the wall, a little bit different, and then it gets closer and closer. I'm going to say that's closer to what I wanted, but not still not exactly what I wanted. My background is gone, but I do have this guy in a modern background with the sunglasses. So again, my background's gone. I feel like these are stronger images though, ultimately, although they're not exactly what I was asking for. Okay, let's see what Gemini does. So this is just straight up chat. Create an image. Okay, here are the exact same elements and exact same prompt. I'm using 2.5 Pro, but the image creation is Nano Banana. And here we go. And this is literal. It is exactly what we asked for. I mean, maybe it's too literal. Maybe you like those little nuances that the others are giving you, but this is exactly what I want. That's my background. That's my subject. Those are the glasses. So out of this, I think Nano Banana wins this round, and I'm thinking that this is just a little too complex for what you can get. We just did it with a chat, and there are a number of them, like Runway has chat, Chat GPT, and you can test this out there, and we got exactly what we wanted. I mean, I would think in theory, by having these multiple subject areas and these very specific elements and styling, you would get exactly or really close to what you were looking for, because you have to follow these specific areas for placement and so forth. But that's not happening here. So, I mean, Image 2.1 is good. It's a good AI image generator. But the multi-element references and so forth, just not holding up. Let's try one more to close it out. So I'm uploading a picture with a girl and her dad or somebody and her dog. And the reason we're doing this test is because we want to get in tight and we want to select one subject to make sure that we know which is the subject. So we'll confirm. We'll add different glasses. Let's say these glasses. And we'll do another one on Mars. Confirm. So here we are, tight with the subject, glasses, background. Girl stands on Mars with sunglasses. I guess, you could say with sunglasses, meaning, standing with and next to sunglasses, but hopefully the AI interprets wearing the sunglasses. And the reason I say that, I see this right here where that could be part of that interpretation. Let's go. And yeah, that's what we got. But we got the dog too, and I was cutting out the dog. So we got the girl, not the dad or whoever that may have been. We're on Mars, but again, there's the sunglasses. I mean, it's an ad. It looks like an ad for sunglasses, but we didn't want. I was hoping that she'd be standing, but again, I didn't say that, did I? Or no, girl stands on Mars so that's not even standing. Let's see what the other one looks like. All right, there she's wearing them. That's not a great fit, but there's the dog again. So, wow. and it's a totally different hairstyle, and the background's different. So, I could have just put in this prompt. It says, girl stands on Mars with sunglasses. I mean, we got the right sunglasses. That's about it. And then everything else has changed, and even being able to hone in on the girl, hone on the girl to just get her versus, the dog and the other person in the photo. So I'm not impressed. I hate to say that. I think Kling is one of the best platforms, but for this specific usage, I think there are other places that are a little bit better, or maybe a lot better. If you want to hear more about AI for the creative, check into the Creative AI Show every Monday on this YouTube channel, as well as your favorite podcast location, where we are two creative guys talking AI.